There are a lot of people on here that claim to be promoting Christianity or preaching the gospel, whatever, that seem to have an agenda, and one of those agendas is to promote Mary K Baxter's divine revelation of hell. You notice certain users always have this look at Mary K Baxter's testimony of hell on their website or on their user profile. Let me read an excerpt from Mary K Baxter's divine revelation, or supposed divine revelation. To Catherine, from Jesus. For this purpose you were born, to write and tell you what I have shown and told you. For these things are faithful and true. Your call is to let the world know there is a hell, and that I, Jesus, was sent by God to save them from this torment. I think she's trying to be like really spiritual by using the language that's used in the book of Revelations, by saying faithful and true. She goes on to explain how esoteric and spiritual hell is, having a body like the body of Christ, a real physical body and a real physical hell. Here's a good one. The skeleton form of a woman with a dirty gray mist inside was talking to Jesus. In shock, I listened to her. Decayed flesh hung by shreds from her bones, and as it burned, it fell off into the bottom of the pit. Where her eyes had once been were now only empty sockets. She had no hair. The fire started at her feet in small flames. I wonder how she can feel it without any skin, though. And grew as it climbed up and over her body. The woman seemed to be constantly burning, even when the flames were only embers. From deep down inside her came cries and groans of despair. Lord, Lord, I want out of her. I want out of here. She kept reaching out to Jesus. I looked at Jesus, and there was great sorrow on his face. Jesus said to me, My child, you are here with me to let the world know that sin results in death and that hell is real. Well, if it results in death, why do you suffer in hell forever, right? I looked at the woman again, and worms were crawling out of her bones of her skeleton. They were not harmed by the fire. Jesus said, She knows and feels those worms inside. So there are not only immortal people in hell that are tortured forever, but there are immortal worms to torture the immortal people in the everlasting hell. God have mercy, I cried as the fire reached its peak and the horrible burning started all over again. Great cries and deep sobs shook the form of this woman soul. She was lost. There was no way out. Jesus, why is she here? I said in a small voice, for I was very scared. Okay, well, and then it goes on to explain why she was there, which is sort of like that she didn't take the gospel seriously enough, so she went to a place of eternal torture. This is what the agenda is of people like Finalcall07 and Called Servant 29. Everybody who has this Mary K Baxter book on their profile or on their website, they all do the same thing. It's like that's what their real agenda seems to be, is to make you read this book and then think, wow, how creepy is that?